Hey there, everybody. This is Maria from Wandering River Tarot. I felt like we should do a love reading for January. So what I've done to save us a hell of a lot of time is that I just kind of dealt out a pile of oracle cards, a few tarot cards, whatever, and then I put these handy dandy sign cards that I have on top of each pile so I can keep straight what the hell I'm trying to do here. So let's get started, y'all. First is Aries, of course. Of course. So let's see what we have. We have New Beginnings. Field of Dreams. This looks pretty sweet so far. Moonlight, Travel, Potential, Romance. I like that. The Seven of Cups. The Eight of Cups. And the Five of Wands. And then I have another tarot deck out here too to clarify stuff if I need to. So it looks like you are probably walking away from something that wasn't working out for you. And you've realized that you've got some choices out there in the world. You're looking at a new beginning. Maybe you've already found someone. Maybe you're just kind of on the hunt. I feel like you maybe have some internal conflict, or this could have been fighting in the relationship that you were walking away from here. I feel like, sorry you can't really see these cards, my lens isn't kind of wide angle enough for you to see everything. I feel like maybe this is some internal drama that you're having with yourself. Maybe you're still kind of processing the emotions from what you've walked away from. But either way, man, check this shit out. Travel, romance, potential. Maybe you're going to meet somebody on the road somewhere. Maybe you should take a trip. Field of Dreams. I just feel like you have all these possibilities, all these potential people that maybe you're kind of trying to sort through. Let's get like one more tarot card for an outcome card for each one. We'll do that. So let's see what your outcome to this situation is going to be. Oh my god, 10 of Cups. Holy shit! Well, reading done, Aries. I love this. I feel like whatever this crap was in the past that you're walking away from is not going to hold you back. Like, you're going to find your person in January. Like, every single Aries in the whole wide world. I'm just kidding. But it looks like there's definitely a lot of potential. For there to be a new love in your life. So I dig that. I promise I didn't plan that. That worked out pretty fucking well, though. All right, Aries, I'm just going to make a pile of cards over here, and I will sort those out later. All right, let's move everybody on down the line here so that I have a little bit of space. So, Taurus. My Taurus says, you're up next. All right, we have Surrender. That's a pretty card. Solitude. Attachment, letting go, restriction, and fear, it says. We have the Wheel of Fortune. The Seven of Pentacles. And the Chariot, my loves. Well, my Tauruses, there's a lot of movement here, but it looks like it's karmic movement, or the universe helping you. What you need to do is let go of something from the past, whatever is kind of restricting you and what is holding you back from finding your person. Spend a little time by yourself. There's a lot of water in this card, and this just makes me kind of feel like maybe you should go to the beach, spend time by the ocean, a lake. I am a big proponent of spending time near water when you need to figure your emotions out. So if there's a lake, a river, something near you, excuse me, let me take a drink. Go dangle your toes in it if it's not too cold. And surrender to the process, because the universe is going to push you where you need to be, whether you like it or not, because you've got these two cards of like heavy movement, heavy universe involvement, like God, your creator, whoever is pushing you, but you're planting the seeds of something. So just because you don't have your person or things in your relationship might not be going super duper well, things are going to be worked out, especially if you do spend some of this time alone and work out some of the emotional stuff from whatever this attachment here is. You need to surrender that. You need to work through that, process it, and be done with it. But either way, the universe is moving you on forward. So let's get one more card for you for an outcome. Strength. Strength. I like that. That's a pretty card too. I notice how she's not like taming the beast. Like she's working with the beast. I almost feel like this card is sometimes a card of working with your dark side, working with your inner self instead of fighting against it. So that's what I have to you, for you, not to you, my Tauruses. Thank you, thank you. All right, Geminis. Let's see what we've got for my Geminis. There's your pretty card, Gemini. All right, we have Truth. Heal the Ouch, which I think is so adorable. Look, it's a little raccoon with a nurse's hat. It's so fucking cute. Moonlight Goddess, repressed emotions, healing, and reflection. You gotta let some shit out. The Eight of Swords. The Four of Cups. And the King of Wands. Alright, so there's a fair amount of dissatisfaction that I am sensing here. There's something that you're holding on to, something that you're not processing emotionally. Maybe it's that someone hurt you. Hang on, I need to put on some lip balm so I can talk without wanting to claw my lips off my face. Okay. There's something that you need to let these emotions out. Truth is here. So you need to tell someone either how you feel about them or how you feel about the situation, or maybe they hurt you in the past and you need to tell them what they've done so that you can heal whatever that is. Because you're holding yourself back. You are your thoughts and all your feelings, and keeping this repressed is what's holding you back, because you're just dissatisfied and you're just like, fuck everything. I feel like, my little Gemini, is that you need to have a come to Jesus or a heart-to-heart talk with somebody about how they've hurt you in the past. And you need to work on healing yourself. You need to like unleash the truth on them, not in a way that's meant to hurt them, but that's meant to heal you. So I hope that makes sense. And we have the King of Wands, which is, a very passionate man who's got a lot of energy and gets a lot of things done. That could be the person that you're dealing with, or maybe this person is who you need to embody. You need to give off a little bit of that energy, internalize a little bit of that energy so that you have the courage maybe to communicate these feelings. Let's get you an outcome card here and see what we've got. Well, you get two. They really want to come out. So you have got the Five of Cups and the Six of Wands. So what that's telling me is that you're focusing on the wrong things a little bit. You're focusing internally on like holding on to this hurt, holding on to these emotions, not processing them, letting them go, not forgiving the person that you're with perhaps. And the Victory card is here, which means that the outcome eventually is going to be good if you put all of this into motion and work through those emotions, do the forgiveness work with yourself, not just with the other person if they wronged you, because maybe you're having some guilty feelings. Maybe you need to process your own guilty feelings. Maybe you need to come clean about something that you've done. That's what I've got for you, Geminis. I love you guys. That's for January for my Geminis. Let's see what we've got for my Cancers. Here's this pretty card for Cancer. All right, Cancers, you have intuition. Something that Cancers are just awful at. I'm kidding. Mountain. Sacred Heart, Passion, Love, and Spiritual Communion. Hey. You have the King of Pentacles. the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. Holy cannoli, you've got a lot of earth energy here. You could be dealing with an earth sign. So that's Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Passion, love, and spiritual communion. That sounds fucking nice. So you might already have something going on here because you've got the Six of Coins, which is the equal give and take. It's the card of reciprocity. It means that things are going well. The Two of Coins, for me, this can be juggling, but I feel like instead of juggling this or that or trying to make a decision or whatever, I feel like you're in balance because you've got so much earth energy here. The King of Pentacles, just bountiful and fruitful and a good provider, very strong and steady, that kind of energy. And then Mountain, I mean, that's steady as fuck, right? Like, steady as fuck. And maybe you are just like super in touch with your intuition because you're coming from this really crazy grounded place. I fucking love that. I fucking love that, Cancers. I hope that I can find what you've got here. This is amazing. Like, this isn't like crazy wild to me. Passionate, like Romeo and Juliet, you know, just like mental, we're killing ourselves for each other kind of love. This is just strong, steady, really great, really grounded. Like, that's great. Just abundant. Like, your relationship seems rock solid, or you yourself are feeling rock solid, which puts you in a really good place to find this passion and love. So I dig that. Let's get one card here for your outcome. We have the King of Swords. Dun dun, the truth will set you free. Also could be a man who's very witty, very intelligent, doesn't necessarily think with his heart, or maybe that's the kind of energy that you're embodying at this time, or this could be another person that you're involved with. But yeah, the truth, there's a lot of truth here, it feels like. Just truth and groundedness and in a really beautiful way. So I love that for my Cancers. I love that. So let's get this crap out of the way. All right. Leos, my lions, my kitty cats. Well, let's see. Abundance. That's never a bad thing. The Wizard of Awareness. He's a pretty cool looking cat. Like, he looks like he just got off the bus from fucking Woodstock. Purification, emotional cleansing, and rejuvenation. There's water again. Get near water. We have the Empress. Love that. That goes with your abundance card. The King of Swords. And the Knight of Swords. Okay. What I'm getting here, my Leos, is that you are feeling yourself a little bit. You're feeling beautiful and abundant and fruitful, and like you're in a good place in life with yourself. You've gotten a certain amount of awareness. You're really in touch with your intuition. You're manifesting like fucking crazy probably. I do see, I mean, the King of Swords, like I said, very smart guy, super intelligent, thinks with his head, not his heart. But then we've also got the Knight of Swords here, which is, to me, in a love reading, can be the card of someone that comes in quickly and leaves quickly, can be like one night stands. I almost feel a little bit like, since you are feeling yourself and you are feeling good, that you're almost just out there having fun and partying, and you meet a person, you hang out with a person, you get rid of a person. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. And I love that kind of freedom. I feel like you're going through kind of a cleansing period. You're rejuvenating yourself. You're just kind of living life the way that you want to live it. And I think that that is fucking phenomenal. All right, let's get you another card here. Let's get you a... Ooh, what's that one that wanted to come out? The Two of Cups. Two of Cups obviously can be a relationship. It can be a business partnership. It can be... I almost feel in this situation like if you don't have your someone through this kind of good time guy, good time gal energy that you're going through, you could find your someone. one of the people that you run into, you might just be like, fuck that, you're a keeper and you're mine. And that's cool. That's fucking cool. It could also mean that you're just like, you're steady and balanced and you're emotionally in a good place on your own too. That can also mean that. I love that. I love that. It feels like you're in a really good place. You know what you want and you're doing what you want and you're having a great time, and I love that. That's good for a Leo. That is good for a Leo. All right. Virgos, my Virgos. We have expression. That reminds me of a Salt and Pepper song. Express yourself. All right, coming apart. I won't rap for you. I will save you the horror of listening to me rap. We have reflection, illusion, self-examination, and distortion. You got some deep shit going on, Virgo. Temperance, the Knight of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. Holy shit, Virgo. So expression. And this illusion card here, I feel like they kind of go together. Whoops, where are you? So I think that there is a lot of self-examination that you're supposed to do, a lot of looking within, because it seems like you're going through some things here, coming apart. Maybe you just went through a breakup. Maybe internally you're kind of tearing apart like ego stuff. Maybe you're, how do I want to say this? Maybe you're kind of tearing down the place that you have been emotionally in order to build yourself back up. Does that make sense? Like I said, you could just be coming out of a relationship. The Queen of Swords is here. That could be that you got some truth thrown at you. It could also be a female who also thinks with her head more so than her heart, is very intelligent, witty, charming in an intellectual way, gets things done, just isn't afraid to speak her mind. Which leads us to expression. Maybe this is an energy you need to embody, because I feel like you need to express yourself in some facet of your life, whether that is within yourself or to another person. The Knight of Wands is here. That's a passionate knight. That's fast moving energy, not the swiftest, but up there, pretty fast. That could be, again, it could be a little bit of the one night stand energy. It could be that you've had a short relationship that was very passionate. Maybe it was a few weeks long, a few months long, whatever. Maybe it was something that you knew that wasn't going to last, and maybe that's what this coming apart is that you just decided you needed to end that because you've been doing some reflection. But Temperance is here. I feel like in spite of this kind of coming apart energy, you're still pretty balanced. You're still, or you're working towards balance. I feel like you're going to get this coming apart piece figured out due to the fact that you are so balanced. Maybe it's your earthy energy that's helping to keep you a little bit more realistic and less kind of dreamy, if that makes sense. I feel like you're pretty grounded emotionally, and so that's going to help you maintain this balance and get through this kind of self-reflection period that you're going through. So let's get us an outcome card for you for our January love reading. The Five of Wands. Oh shit. Okay, let me get one more for you, because let's see what that's all about. The Four of Swords. Okay, so this is internal conflict. This is your own thoughts. This is your self-reflection. You're kind of going through a rest period while your internal self battles these thoughts out, this coming apart piece. So I feel like January for you in love might just be a month of honestly just figuring out what it is that you want. Maybe in life, maybe in another person, maybe because of this coming apart, because you've maybe just ended something with someone or you're thinking about it. Maybe you just need to take some time to work out what it is that you're looking for. And that's not a bad thing. It can't always be, candlelight dinners and roses and rainbows and shit. So sometimes we have to do the work, and that's going to get you to a good place. Next up, Libras. Okay. We have trust. We have wide open. Eternal love, happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. That's fucking amazing. Let's get these on camera a little bit here. We have the death card. Don't be scared, it's okay. We have judgment. And the high priestess. Holy major arcana, kids. Well, shit. You're wide open. In a good way. I don't mean that like legs wide open unless you like that sort of thing. I mean, who doesn't once in a while? I'm going to shut my mouth. Okay. So, eternal love, happiness, harmony, fulfillment. Like, these two cards, people are always like a little terrified by these, especially this deck. They're a little rough in this deck. But, death is just a transformation. I feel like you have gone through a judgment day. I mean, these are both cards of rebirth. Like, you've gone through your judgment day. You've come out clean as a whistle. You have been rebirthed on the other side of this huge transformation. You can see in this card there's like the tower or two of them in the background. So that's like, you had your tower moment. You went through some shit. And now you're wide open and trusting, and you're in your intuition. You are trusting the universe. You're probably manifesting. You're in a very good place. I don't see a relationship per se, but that you're open to it and you're ready for it. Like, you've done the mental work. You've gotten to that place where you're whole in yourself. You don't need somebody to complete you. And so you're ready. And that kind of energy is what's going to draw your person in. And if you look at both of these two cards, we've got a 24 on this one and 42 on this one, and both of those reduced to 6, and 6 is the card of the lovers in the tarot. So I feel like that's a good thing. I love that numerology there. Let's get you one more card for an outcome here, because this just looks really, really like you're in a good place. We get the High Priestess again. So you're definitely spiritually connected. You've done the work. You've done this tower stuff. You've done the death and rebirth. You've had your judgment day. Maybe someone in your past really threw you the truth about something that you do or a way of being that you didn't even realize that you did, that kind of devastated you, but you did the work on it. You did the work on it, and now you're in such a good place emotionally that you're wide open here. You're wide open. You're ready. You're ready for your person, and your person looks like they're coming, because you are being told to trust, as in trust the universe, trust the process, trust the whole damn thing. That is fucking beautiful right there. I love to see people coming out on the other side of all of this death and rebirth stuff in a good place. See, y'all, the trauma will end one day and you will be in a good place. Sometimes it just takes a little work. All right, let's move some of these over so we have some room. Scorpio, you are up next, my dears. We have balance. Balancing act. Gaia, wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual understanding. The Two of Swords. The Hierophant. And the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So, what I get for you guys is you are in a place, you've got two cards of balancing here. There's one, there's two. Two cards of balancing. So I feel like you are, and you've got the Two of Swords. So this leads me to believe that perhaps you've got somebody on the side, or you are the somebody on the side. So you've got the Hierophant here, which this could be a marriage. You know, some sort of legal coupling, some sort of legally binding situation, I feel like. And with the Nine of Pentacles, this feels like you're kind of happy alone. You're happy alone, and so if you are the side piece, you're okay with it. Like, it doesn't bother you. You're fine with the amount of attention that you get. You're fine with not having the whole thing. Because you have this understanding of yourself and what you want. And I feel like, I mean, I don't want to be a proponent of like adultery, but there's a bigger picture involved, and there's many players, and there's reasons that things happen, and people are in this life to learn lessons and yada yada yada. I mean, you can label it however you want, but I think for you personally, if this is your situation, you're okay with it and you're doing fine with it, and you're not expecting the apple of your eye, so to speak, to be giving you every bit of his time or her time. You're feeling okay being the side piece. And hey, what the hell, that gives you time to go out and do what you want to do and whatever. And if you are the one that has a side piece, I have a feeling that your counterpart, your wife, your husband, your significant other knows about it. And that might come apart. That might be part of this balancing act from the other side. That's about to come unraveled if you're in that situation. And I think the more that this person takes this blindfold off here, the more that your significant other takes the blindfold off, the more that they're gonna be okay with being single. So the lid might get blown off this situation. The wife or husband, we'll call it, just for simplicity's sake, might figure things out and blow this whole thing up, which might be a good thing in that if you two are not the right pairing, it gives you the chance to split this relationship up and be with the person that you want to be with, and they would have a chance to find someone that they can settle down with that's going to be happy with them too. So that's what I mean when I say that I don't want to be a proponent of adultery and all that stuff, but sometimes it breaks up a stagnant, bad situation so that everybody can move on and find someone who actually really loves them instead of just staying in a shit situation. It's a horrible way to go about doing things, kind of. But sometimes having a conversation and just saying, I'm not happy, doesn't get the point across. That may be an unpopular opinion, but that's how I feel about that. So let me get one more card before I start talking myself into trouble here. We have the Queen of Pentacles. So I think that this situation is going to lead to some sort of stability. Let me get one more there, because that's a bit confusing. Ooh, Death. All right. So yeah, I feel like this situation is going to get blown apart, which I think is going to be a good thing, because you're going to go through the death and the transformation. You're going to go through this falling apart and maybe finding your balance again, because it's going to lead to either a stable person or stability within yourself. So maybe this relationship ending is going to be a good thing, so that the two of you who are mucksing about can be together, and the person who's getting muxed about on can go off and find somebody that's going to be good for them. So there may be a happy ending to this after all, kids. Alrighty, so that was Scorpio. Okay. I need to quit singing or I'm going to make your eardrums bleed. Okay, so Sagittarius. Harmony. That's such a pretty card. I love anything with birds in it. Sorry, my throat's dry. Okay, cleaning house. Perception beyond the veil of illusion. We have the Hermit. The Page of Swords. And the Ten of Wands. So what I'm seeing here is you have found some sort of inner harmony. You have, first of all, heavy burdens, right? So 10 of Wands, heavy burdens. You've gone to the hermit. You've become this guy who goes within and spends some time thinking things through. Which is odd for a Sagittarius. You've got the Page of Swords here, which is more a card like that's like Sagittarius, very adventurous energy, getting out into the world. Thoughts. It can be like a new stream of thinking too. Could have come out of this hermit energy, which led to sort of a change in perception that got you out of feeling this burdensome, heavy duty energy here. I think perhaps spiritually, emotionally, you were cleaning house, maybe even physically, because you know what? When I purge a closet, like I can't even tell you how much lighter I feel. You could have done that physically or metaphorically. And I feel like that's helped to clear up your thoughts and get your thinking moving in the right direction again. And you've come to sort of a place of inner harmony through all of this. There's still a lot of cards that are going within that are coming out in readings that I've been doing lately, even personal readings for people. There's just a lot of like finishing up 2018, going within, doing a little bit of work and coming out as like a whole new person. So I think that that's a good thing though, because I feel like you're out of this like weighty, heavy energy. You've gotten back up into your head. You're being cerebral, which is good. Sagittarians are very intelligent people. They're very wise. They like to hunt down in information and intelligence, and they like higher learning and things of that nature. So it's good that you've kind of gotten out of your sort of heavy feelings and back into your head where you sort of thrive. All right, let's see what your outcome card is here, my loves. I have a cat staring at me waiting to be fed. We have the Two of Wands. That's beautiful. You have the whole world ahead of you. Now that you've done this work, you've got the whole world ahead of you. You can, I feel like as a Sagittarian, charming, intelligent, adventurous. I feel like you have the world in your hand as this person does in this card. You can go out there and you can find anyone you want in love, man. Sagittarians are crazy charming. So yeah, I feel like you've maybe left behind the burden of a relationship that wasn't working or a thought pattern that wasn't working, and so you've kind of gotten out of your own way. And you're in this harmonious place where like the world is your oyster, motherfucker, and that's beautiful. I like that for my Sagittarius. Alrighty. Capricorn. Here you go, Capricorn. Intention. She looks fierce. She looks fierce. She looks like a Capricorn. Like when she sets her mind to some shit, it's happening. Magic prayer. So that goes along with your intention. Lost love. Sad. I don't like that. That's sad. The Emperor. The Ace of Cups. I do like that. And the Queen of Pentacles. That's a beauty. Well, that's a beautiful thing. Okay, so